Hey guys, welcome to lesson 3 of BlueJ. So in the previous video, if you recall, we talked about how to sort of introduce string variables and how to print out, whatever the string variables said. In this video, we're going to actually introduce another type of variable, and it's going to be more specifically a number, like the number, a number, any number. And it's called the integer variable. And I guess the objective of this video, let's just let's just spout out a number. Okay, let's just say 3 or 4. How do we say a number? If you were to do a string a, and then is equal to 3, this would definitely work. Okay, this string a, and then it would definitely say 3, the number 3, when it's printed out. However, in this way, you will not be able to do mathematical functions. So if you do a plus 3, the computer won't recognize that a is a number. So it will not be able to do 3 plus 3 because a right now represents a piece of text. It's a sentence. It's not a number, a mathematical number. It's a piece of text. Okay, and because that's what string represents. That's what string is. Now, in order to do this, so let's just say, we wanted to first, represent 3. Let's start by introducing the integer variable. So in order to do this, we have int, and then the next line is whatever, the name it is. It could be anything, again. Let's just say money for now. Okay. Now, what number do we want it to display? Let's just go for 8. Okay, we have a semicolon. And now we're going to print line something. So we could do 8. We could just put in the number 8, and that would definitely, so if I compile this, then it would not need this integer variable. So if I go to lesson 1, it's the lesson 1. I'll just change that. So if I compiled it, it's 8. It would still be 8. We wanted 8, right? But how do we have this integer to kind of, what's the point of this integer? Well, let's say this integer variable, we wanted to change it along the way. That's why we would use the actual money integer and not 8. It sounds a bit confusing, but hold on for a second, okay? So instead of 8, I'll put money. It's still going to show up as 8. Okay, let's just prove that real quick. See, it still represents 8. It could be anything. Maybe that could have been fluke. Even if I put, a 3 on, that would have worked. Let me just change this to lesson 3. Okay. But now, so in the next video, I think you'll definitely realize why putting the variable integer, called money, into this system.out line instead of just the number 8. Okay. And that was pretty straightforward. Let's try and make it a bit more cooler. Not that cool. Let's do some addition or subtraction to it. How do we get? How do we? We have $8. How do we now? We want to add maybe $3. How do we do that? Do I just do 8 plus 3 here, or do another variable? Well, I mean, and you could, but it is quite straightforward to do that as well. In the system.out line, with money, you can just do plus 3. And so in this case, the program would go down and down. It would come to this line, and it would say that, oh, there is money, which is an integer variable. This money represents 8. So it's going to be 8 plus 3. It's not going to be actually saying 8 plus 3. It's going to have the addition of 8 plus 3, which is going to be 11. In the previous one, remember, as I said, if we had this as string, the computer would not be able to do 8 plus 3 because 8 would not be a number in the computer's eyes. It would be, a piece of text. You can't have a piece of text adding to a number. But integer is a number. So that's why we have variable integer. Okay. So let's just compile that real quick to end off the lesson. We're gonna have 11 in there. So let's just do that. So there it is, 11. Okay. And once again, if I were to comment, I would just say the above line spits out, or whatever, 11. Okay? Okay. So in the next video, so I hope you guys can see how, we're going to start doing more and more cooler stuff with programming and how we can do some more advanced level stuff. For now, it's still a bit basic, but let's just do it step by step. So join me in the next lesson. Thank you.